Good morning. It's Thursday, December 14th. Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. I'm Shari Campbell, the Strategic Enrollment and Communications Manager here. Strategic Enrollment Communications Manager here at HCC. I'm pleased to be joined by my communications counterpart this morning, Dr. Lana Pigal, who's HCC Northwest's Director of Communications. Good morning, Lana.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, realizing that we have the distinct pleasure to do the last Up to the Minute of 2023.
How fun is that? And
I know
it's Friday Eve, so that's good too.
the countdown is on for not only our students, but our faculty and staff for winter break. And as we gear up for graduation tomorrow, this will be our last Up to the Minute episode. So for those who want to catch any replays of 2023, where can they find it, Lana?
They can find us. We are live on Houston Community College District Facebook page. It's not HCC, it's Houston Community College. And we're on YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
All right. And to wrap out 2023, we have such an incredible guest, a local legend. Government name, Richard Reyes. Community name, Pancho Claus. Santa's Tex-Mex Cousin. Welcome to the show.
Feliz Navidad. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
So happy to have you. You and Lana are going to have an awesome conversation in just a second. But first, we're going to kick things off by wrapping out, highlighting one of our programs. One of the hottest industries right now is logistics. And I mean, technically, Santa is in the logistics business too. But nothing happens without transportation from A to B this holiday season. Welcome into the show, Shari Carter, who's a program director of logistics and international business. Hi, Shari.
Hello, Shari. Thank you so much for having me today.
So happy to have you. Listen, as I await my Amazon orders, this is such a timely topic. And I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I sit back and marvel at what it really takes to consistently deliver on time like that. The technology, the manpower, the equipment it takes. And many may think, oh, okay, I can go into truck driving or I can go into this. Many don't know that it's called logistics and global supply chain management, right? When we can get the things we want, this is the industry that's going to fix it. So how would you describe the logistics and global supply chain management program at HCC and what it prepares our students for?
Yes. So you're so right? We often think of logistics as just transportation, but it's much, much more than just transportation. It is truly all industries and markets that are working across all of their processes, their coordination of their products and their raw materials or their services that they have to put together in a very well forecasted and planned manner across their supply chains, with utilizing the logistics of getting those products where they need to be, when they need to be, and how they need to be in an efficient, just-in-time kind of manner, right? And so I just kind of keep reiterating, right? Logistics is much more than truck transportation. We've got 5 modes of transportation, and here we're talking internet as a mode of transportation because we're moving data and information across software systems, advanced technology. And so in the education realm, we are embracing what is industry needs because, right, from manufacturing to production and getting things in raw, all products across distribution, fulfillment, and getting it out to the end users or business to business or business to customers. Just like you mentioned, right? You like your Amazon packages to show up and put a big smile on your face. It takes a lot of people and transportation and logistics services. And, you can see in the back of my background picture, right? Multimodal of transportation. I mean, it's just a very large industry. There are many occupations that you can get into the career field. And so why is logistics so important to business and to our students is because you can have a viable career that can just continue to move through so many different career paths and positions that you can't really go wrong with coming and becoming educated across logistics and supply chain, because all businesses and markets have logistics, a form of logistics and supply chain. So it's a great, exciting career field. I've been in it for over 30 years, and I went from procurements to logistics projects to all modes of transportation. And it's just exciting to be in the career field because you have so many doors that open up and opportunities across industry markets.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, one thing I was surprised you mentioned was I never would have thought of the internet as a quote unquote mode of transportation. Now, for students who are thinking about, you know, a lot of our students come in with either interest or some awareness around their skill set. What would you say you're seeing, like interest and skill sets that would, like, but didn't really know that global supply chain management existed? What are those interests and those skill sets that usually would make them a good candidate to going into the field?
You know, I think just I'm not, and so this is kind of a little bit counter to them saying, I really know what I want to do, right? Or I know I have a skill sets. I think it's really us in education and the community and the industries to say, we want to help you build that pathway. We want to show you the pathway opportunities. Some students know that they like computers. Some students know they're very curious and they're very, wanting to learn something they have not learned before. So, those students, I think all students can cut into logistics and supply chain because there's something in it for all of them, whether it be working in a software system, whether it be taking orders, whether it be driving a forklift at the beginning, moving materials around in a warehouse or a distribution center. I mean, there's such a great way for young youth or individuals in the career field to come back and get their education, really understand more of the elements of logistics and supply chain so they can then flourish at the higher level of employment. And so I think it's just really a matter of, do you like to problem solve? I ask a lot of high school students, do you like to problem solve? If you like to problem solve, we've got the career for you, because it is very large and it is systems of systems and people, and, connections, integration. But boy, is advanced technology transforming us very fast and very quick. And so for students that know they like that computer and they're enjoying being on that, smartphone and technology, great time to cut in now because we're bringing advanced technology in our classes. Yep. Yeah,
absolutely. So I think that's like a perfect segue to what can students expect coming up this spring semester, and what type of opportunities is it? So you all are partnering with a lot of industry partners and have apprenticeships and internships. So what can a student, knowing that spring is around the corner, what would you tell them they can expect from joining the program at HCC?
Absolutely. So we are beginning a couple of apprenticeships in this upcoming year for freight forwarding. And we have just embarked on Wise Tech Academy, which is a software education platform for CargoWise. So students can come and take our courses, become CargoWise certified, and that can put them right into freight forwarding, and working in the freight forwarding, for cargo right away here in the Houston area. And so that's one opportunity in particular. Another is we offer the Certified Logistics Associate and Technician. Our business CE offers it as a fast track. A lot of students are taking the opportunity to take that program, and then that's actually stackable right into our certificate and our degree plan. So you don't lose any credits, you just keep building and keep building. And so those are a couple of certifications, and we're working on bringing some other certifications to the program later in the fall of 2024. And so you're going to also get the opportunity. So I have to showcase this because I don't think it's widely understood out there. But we have partnered with another software program that you can get business simulation education. So you're really going to be put into the global bike simulation of here's a global bike company and how do they do business and how do they do their logistics and supply chain in a global market. And you actually get into their system, their educational system, and we actually make all the failures in class or the successes. And it's quite all right because you're in the simulation. And so that is IBUS 2332 course, and it's called Business Simulation. Very powerful. We've actually had 2 students that have been hired by a company here just by taking the course. So that's another software certification program that you can take, which is very valuable.
Love to hear all of the opportunities that are available for our students coming up this spring. If you are interested in the program, details will be posted after the show, so you can get in contact with who we have been chatting with this morning, Program Director of Logistics and International Business here at
Uh-oh.
Yes, going to kick it over to you for someone that's in a different side of the logistics business.
Absolutely. Thanks, Shari. Thanks, Sade. Well, welcome Richard Reyes, also known as Pancho Claus, Santa's Tex-Mex Cousin. Well, welcome back to the show, Richard. Thanks so much for joining us again this year on our final show before winter break. So you have some news about your expansion this year, which we'll get to in a bit, but let's remind our viewers about the origin of Pancho Claus.
Well, I was working in 1981 at the Ripley House Community Center, and we were doing things such as lowrider bikes and drawing, breakdancing, acting, singing. And it just impressed on me how many children I worked with didn't get presents for Christmas, and really how they were okay with it. They were kind of used to it. Not all of them, but some of them. So we saw a need there, and me and my friends just started getting names and families and started delivering maybe 5 or 10 deliveries of toys to certain families the first year, maybe 20 the second year. And now we've grown to where we did 17,000 last year and hopefully more this year.
Wow, that is impressive. So I'm sure the children get so excited when they see you coming in your zoot suit. It is so cool. It's very unique.
Well, yeah, they used to get surprised 40 years ago, but now they're used to us. And it's just a real joy to see them start beaming.
Yeah, I bet. So tell us what have been some challenges this past few years?
Well, the challenges, we put one challenge in ourselves, which was, of course, to go to the Rio Grande Valley. But doing that, our donations, our funding has gone down. Probably last year went down about 90%. This year we're about 8%. It's just really phenomenal. And we still get all the toys. We cut things like performances because it's a play and a band, and we cut all that out. And we're just doing the gift giving because to us that's the most important thing, And so, but if people want to help us, please go to Pancho Claus, GoFundMe Pancho Claus 2023, because we could certainly use the boost.
Oh, that's great. So tell us about your expansion plans. You said you were down in the Rio Grande Valley?
Yeah, we started there a couple of years ago, and we're going to go again this year. We have people down there helping us, and we go to little towns like Barr, Mercedes, Weslaco, and even McAllen.
And of course, you're in Houston as well.
Yes, Houston and surrounding areas like South Houston, etc., Galveston.
Oh, wonderful. Since you're expanded to the Rio Grande Valley, how many presents do you hand out? How many did you hand out last year? And do you have the resources for both markets?
Well, our goal this year is 20,000. We did 17,000 last year, and we did probably about 4,000 there in the Rio Grande Valley. Especially, they have all this, last year especially, all this wave of immigration started. So we went to the Catholic Charities, and they had 700 kids there. So we gave each child 3 presents. So that really that really got our quota going, but we expect to do more this year.
That's fantastic. So everyone wants to know what Pancho Claus does during the rest of the year.
We have a lot of projects. The organization is called Pancho Claus Arts at the Latino Learning Center. And we're doing a mural project on Harrisburg. We have some art contests for youth and adults. We're doing 2 plays, 21 Trump Street and Los Vendidos by Luis Valdez, and Christmas in July, open mics for emerging comics, poets, singers. So we have a flurry of activity going on.
And you mentioned a band. Do you all have a performing band?
We do have a performing band, and we're going to be performing this Saturday at the Reliant for Navidad en el Barrio. The band is more expensive for us to put on, so we're not doing too much of that this year. But we do have a band, and we hope to get it going again next year.
So you said that you kind of cut out the band and the plays during the Pancho Claus visits. Is that because you're kind of the kids are just so anxious to get to the presents?
No, it's just because budget. I mean, when you cut 90%, but the band is important in the play because we go perform like Navidad en el Barrio. They have 2,000 kids there at the Reliant. They would like some entertainment that can fill 2,000 kids. So those kind of places, we performed for Sheila Jackson Lee's big Christmas thing, for Constable Victor Trevino's 2,000 seniors. So it really comes in handy to have some good entertainment so they can have a good Christmas party. But as I said, the presents are the most important, and that's what we're concentrating on.
Right. So you've been receiving some really good press lately. Has that helped your cause?
You would think. I get asked a lot to do interviews, and with the promise that maybe we'll get more donations. But all this really leads to is more toy requests once people know where to get toys. So we might get one donation, $50, and get about 30 more toy requests, families, which adds up to like 100.
So you all have a GoFundMe page, is that correct?
Right. Pancho Claus 2023. It's on GoFundMe.
Right. Well, thank you, Richard Reyes, also known as Pancho Claus, Santa's Tex-Mex Cousin. We'll have your information in our post after the show, and hopefully that'll increase donations.
Thank you so very much for the opportunity. Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
It was so great hearing what he does outside of it, because that's really what he gets the most press around. But there's so much more community work that goes around year round. So always good to hear that. Well, we're going to wrap out our last episode with some announcements to close out the year. If you haven't had the opportunity, the Instagram's One College exhibitions are still live on Instagram. And the gallery walls for the exhibition will feature studio classes from all colleges within the HCC system. Links are currently available and will be posted after the show.
And free grocery items are available to HCC students in partnership with the Houston Food Bank. There's no pre-registration necessary, but early arrival is best to assure getting the items that you need or that you want. And that is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thursday. That's today. At various campuses. So check out our maps online, and we'll have some information in our post after the show.
All right. Well, it is finals week, and HCC wishes all of its students well this week as they take their final exams and our graduates prepare for graduation, which is tomorrow, December 15th. Finals week will go through December 17th. I want to remind you that our tutors are here available at the institution, as well as our libraries that are here to help you finish out the semester strong.
Yes, finals week. I remember those. 'Tis the season for giving, so what better way to show your love than the HCC Foundation's I Love HCC fundraising campaign? It inspires HCC employees to make a personal donation in support of HCC students. Payroll deduction is the easiest way to set up your gift, and check out our post after the show for more information.
You know, Lana, this reminded me of something when I talked about finals week and you said, I remember those days. I've never met anyone who doesn't say that they have, at some point, it doesn't matter how old they are, some dream that they've woken up late for a test, or
Yeah, that's anxiety.
They forgot it, and it's like, wait, I'm 30 something years old. What's going on? I'm not in high school. I've been out of college for a while.
You have to remember because your finals are, what did I learn 12 weeks, 16 weeks ago? Yeah, that's
absolutely just undue anxiety for something that's not even my reality. So it's a shared experience. All right, as we've been mentioning throughout the show, just want to remind you that this is the last Up to Minute before the winter break. And as we wrap down for the year for graduation ceremonies that will be live, check out the alert bar at hccs.edu to check out the live stream of the graduation ceremonies. And HCCTV will be there capturing all the moments. We'll still air best of Up to the Minute on tomorrow and Monday, December 18th. So be sure to check out a recap of 2023. We'll return after the holiday break and look forward to seeing you. Wishing you a happy, healthy holiday here at Up to the Minute.